Nothing's happening?
Psych! I was just playing with you. But now we can head back to the surface and have Roll take a look at all the items that we found. We should have enough money to upgrade the machine gun another time. We only have two parts that need to be upgraded, the attack and the rapid. Unfortunately, the refractor we found is not big enough to power the flutter, but we're going to have to use it for something else. Once again, let me iterate this. The grenade arm is a useless weapon. It's just about as useful as the mine kit. So don't put any money into upgrading the grenades. Now that we've taken care of that, we can upgrade the machine gun again. I suggest you upgrade the rapid, because that's vital to the attack power of the machine gun. We can upgrade the attack later. Now we're done with Roll, and we're gonna exit after recharging our energy. Now we can head into the ruins one last time. We didn't miss anything, but now that we have our enhanced jumping capabilities, we can jump onto the ledge right next to the start. Just watch this. Compare your previous jumping ability to this. This is going to be a lot helpful in the upcoming island ruins. Once we've gone as far as we can, we'll head out of here. If you keep going straight and open the treasure chest, you'll find the rollerboard part. This is one of two parts that we need to create the jet skates. The dash or slide of this game that lets you run. Investigate these two holes next to each other and you'll find some money. Don't let that first hole dissuade you from checking the other, because you'll find a lot more in the other one. If you're following this guide, by the time you've finished clearing out this part of the island ruins, you should have enough money to finish upgrading your machine gun. Now you're on the other side of the island ruins that we entered a while back. There's just only one area left in the ruins that we need to investigate. The ledge that we couldn't reach before. Thankfully, thanks to our enhanced jumping ability, we can take a shortcut. Also, thanks to our new jumping abilities, we can machine gun down the Arcoiton robots. So everything is pretty much a lot easier now than before. The only area that we haven't been through right now in this room is the area past the single container. Be careful once you've destroyed the container, because you'll find those worm reaver bots called Mirumiji. I decided to destroy the other two containers and go through the ruins again for more money. All just to get enough money to upgrade my machine gun one last time. And also to upgrade the powered buster one more time. I'm not going to change weapons just yet. I want to fully upgrade the powered buster before I continue on to the next part of the game. The first thing you should do with a powered buster is upgrade its attack. Completely max it out before you use it, because it's going to be a very powerful weapon in the upcoming segment of the game. Well, now that we're done with that segment, we can head on to City Hall. Because we're going to investigate those forest ruins again. I want to include that little sound effect because that's the sound you'll hear if Roll can't even make anything from the items you found. Or if you don't even have anything to make any parts. So now, after jumping over that police car that'll no longer be able to hit us, we can head into the forest ruins, all the way back to the part that we couldn't get past. All just to get some extra money. After you destroy those two containers, you'll come into a room full of Zakoban Reaver bots. Inside you'll find at least 3 mimic boxes, and only 1 treasure box that contains a very special item. Even if they're just mimics, destroy them along with the Zakoban robots that'll shoot fireballs at you. When you're through with this room, you should have a ton of money to upgrade the powered buster. And in the real treasure chest in this room, you'll find the triple access buster part. That'll upgrade your energy, your rapid, and your range by 1. It's a very good part, although it doesn't really do very much for your buster. But it's a very good part nonetheless. So after clearing this room, we can finally exit this ruins and put it to rest. After you've exited them, enter this abandoned house, and you'll find Jim and his gang here. I forgot to record the first part where he asks you to join his gang, but say yes and we'll make you the requisitions officer. Your first job for him is to find a pickaxe so that they can use it to make their own clubhouse. And we can do that by heading back to City Hall and talking to a construction worker there. When you get back to City Hall, you're going to get called over by a construction worker around this time if you've been following my guide. Because after you've donated enough money and enough time has passed, you'll see the fruits of your labor of harvesting Zenny. Well, every time you enter the city and you get called over by a construction worker, you're gonna get this scene over and over again until all reconstruction has finally been completed. With what money we have left, we can either get an extra part added to our life gauge or buy some buster parts. Don't be fooled by the laser buster part. That's not going to change your buster into a laser like in Megaman 8. It's just going to upgrade your attack. I recommend you buy the life gauge part, so then you'll have another portion of life added on to your life bar. The construction worker you're looking for is close by the bank. He'll give you the pickaxe. Once you get the pickaxe, it's time to head back to Jim's clubhouse. Give him the pickaxe, and he'll gladly take it off your hands, asking you to come back later. So all we can do now is kill some time. We just have one more part of the island ruins that we can explore. And it's that gigantic ledge in the back of a room that we saw earlier. It's in that room full of large platforms that you saw earlier. I'm going to fast forward the fight with the Arakoiton robots, because you don't want to see it again. And then once they're destroyed, I'll return it to normal speed. Thankfully, after you've destroyed them, we can bypass a large portion of the ruins by using our enhanced jumping capabilities. This should be the first room that you're looking for. A room full of self-destructing Shekutan robots. Connecting to that, you'll find a ledge on your right with a treasure chest that's full of money. Turn around and then you'll enter the hallway that connects to the next set of sub-gates that we're going to look in. On your left, you'll find Guru Reaver bots. Their only form of attack is rushing at Megaman and trying to trip him. Shoot them with your Mega Buster or your machine gun and you'll flip them over. When they're on their back, that's your moment when you can attack them and damage them. That shiny object is going to be very, very important for the same part that we're going to be getting much later on in the game. That's at least one good part about those pendulums in this game. They can flip over those Guru Reaver bots easily by just hitting them once. We're actually going to be fighting these Guru Reaver bots in the next set of sub-gates. Just shooting them with your Mega Buster can get very tedious, but the reason why I came back to this part is to find another part that'll help us make another weapon. A very cool one at that. And it can flip them over with just one swipe. So that way you won't have to flip them over by shooting your Mega Buster at them. Just a personal preference, I just like using the Mega Buster to flip them over, and then using my machine gun to attack them. It's just a way for me to save a lot of weapon energy. You're now in the place where you need to be to find another weapon part. If you see those crumbling pillars, they can be destroyed, but we don't have the proper weapon right now. Get the penlight from the treasure chest, because that's a second weapon part that we're going to need to create another very cool weapon. If you went to the right, you'll find another pillar in your way. You're not going to be able to destroy those until we find a weapon inside of this second set of subgates. Now finally we can wrap up this second session of Mega Man Legends 1. So before we end it, we're going to go back to Roll and have her take a look at the items that we found. She'll combine the Zet Saber and the Pen Light to create the Blade Arm special weapon. This is a very fun weapon to use, but it's best for close range combat. It's not going to have unlimited weapon energy, but that's alright. So if you have about 12,000 Zenny, use it to max out the Powered Buster's attack. If you have 1,000 Zenny left, use it to upgrade either the Blade Arm's weapon energy or its range. If you're confused on how you can increase the range of such a close range weapon, think Zero, where he uses the Z Saber to create an energy wave. But now we're finally done with this session of Mega Man Legends 1. And if you follow this guide, you got so much accomplished today. But stay tuned because we're going to come in contact with the pirates again. But I'll be back after I fully upgraded the Blade Arm and the Powered Buster. So, I'll see you until then.